Once you leave your house, you're in big trouble, as we're going to see right now.
Hey, what's up? Just came out of the store 24. It's the only thing open. I got a couple of fruit pies, some chips, a couple of candy bars, but I got a Diet Coke, so that's cool, right? There we are. Yeah, I'll have the number 8, 2 number 6s, the number 7, and the number 3. All with Diet Cokes, please. Oh, hey, just got out of the movie theater. Yeah, the movie's pretty good, but I had a couple of those big chocolate bars, and we had the big thing of popcorn. Oh, but I got a Diet Coke, so that's okay, right?
Once you leave your house, you're at the mercy of fast food everywhere. High fat, high sugar, high processed foods that are, I'm sorry to say, devoid of any nutrition. And it's everywhere. Big signs on corners in big letters. Now, once in a while, you may find a restaurant that will have some healthy foods, but even that gets kind of confusing. High protein, Middle Eastern, zone diets, vegetarian, dairy-free, all natural. Is this stuff really better for you, or what's the story? And you keep reading and you get even more confused, and in the meantime, you're getting more and more hungry. You're looking, and that other stuff looks good, and you can't wait. You're real hungry. So what do? You go back to your comfort zone and make a token attempt.
Can I get the number 1 with cheese? With a Diet Coke, please?
Crazy.
Whatever, anything else?
Do you have anything low fat?
Okay, I've got a Whopper meal with cheese with a Diet Coke. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
You know this stuff is bad for you, and your body is not like a car. You just can't take it in for a tune-up. At some point, you've got to start thinking about eating healthier foods, figuring out some way to eat healthier, and it's difficult. But if you don't, sooner rather than later, you're going to end up right here.
What'd you have for lunch?
Junk food.
You know that. That's why we...
Hamburgers.
What'd you have for lunch?
Burgers.
Everybody's eating burgers. Is there nothing else? Is there nothing else in the world? What's the last meal you ate that you would consider a healthy meal?
I can't remember the last meal I ate that was healthy.
See, the food affects your memory too. That's what happens. When's the last time you cooked what you thought was a good meal?
That's got to be a long time ago. I can't remember.
The memory thing. That
I haven't cooked for a long time.
well, we want to know what you had for lunch.
Burgers.
There must be a burger place like down the street. And what's the last meal that you ate that you would consider a healthy meal?
An apple?
Oh, okay, that's not bad. So you had like a bowl of apples?
No, just two of them.
2 apples? Well, that's good. That's a snacky thing. When's the last time you cooked something that you thought was good?
Macaroni with cheese.
Okay, I can see where we're headed. And so what do you have for lunch?
I had stir-fried noodles and fruit salad.
Oh, that sounds good. Can you buy me lunch? That sounded really good. I was going to ask what was the last healthy meal you ate, but that sounds pretty good. Would you consider that?
Most of my meals are healthy, yeah. I guess that's what I say.
We got a live one, folks. What about the last meal you cooked?
Well, does nachos count or something like that, or is it?
I don't know. It depends what was it? Was it low-fat cheese?
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds good. And what do you do? Do you exercise?
I walk to school, so it's a pretty long walk.
Yeah. All right, that sounds pretty good. And what do you do to relax?
Try to get out of the city, go hiking or something.
Get away from where you can breathe, where you don't have to put the air in a blender first to breathe it. Yeah. Are you a vegetarian?
Yeah. Yep. I am.
So what do you have for breakfast?
Just had cereal for breakfast, like
a whole grain cereal.
Kind of, yeah.
What about the last? What's the last healthy meal that you cooked? Like when was it?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. Uh-oh. So that was quite a while ago.
Can't cook in prison. I just got out of prison.
Oh, I knew there was going to be a story to this. Yeah, let me sit and tell you a story, folks. So they don't. What do they serve in prison?
You don't want to know.
Like things that you can identify.
Well, you think it's kielbasa maybe, or maybe chicken. A lot of starch, a lot of potatoes.
But then you find like that the prison cat's missing, and you kind of wonder.
A lot of people get missing.
Like, yeah, what happened to number 673? I haven't seen him lately, and I found his ring in my soup.
Oh, hey, we're back. Been just studying nutritional labels. Boy, that's a whole other area of confusion. That's something we're going to get into in upcoming shows. Do you have an idea now of where this show is headed? Again, what we're going to try to do is be informative, have lots of valuable information that you can understand, and at the same time be entertaining, because I know from reading all these books about health and fitness and nutrition, man, the more things that I learn, I mean, we'd all go nuts if we don't at least look at it in a lighthearted kind of way. Let's look a little more. We're going to get into a little bit about fitness, getting started on an exercise program. Let's check that out.
I'm here with Nick Nastasi, owner of Sudbury Fitness. And Nick, people know now that it's real important to work out, but there's a lot of people out there in the world who have trouble getting started on a program. Mm-hmm. Someone walks through your door, tell me what you tell them as far as how to get started. What's the best way to get started with an exercise program?
Well, I tell them, first of all, they've made the right step, at least by coming into the gym. Usually I try to tell them to at least make sure that they have allowed the time during the week that they're going to be able to work out. And it doesn't need to be an excessive amount of time, 3 hours a week, 3 times a week if they can get to the gym. That's usually where we start, as far as they've made the initial step.
Make the decision that they're going to make a commitment.
Exactly, exactly. And then typically, like I said, we try to find people to make sure they find the time, and we start them off with something very simple, where we have them do a little bit of cardiovascular work, whether it be in the gym or just out for a walk or a bike ride, something like that. And then we usually move on to, we want to add some resistance training into it right from the get-go, and we can make it as simple as just staying on some selectorized equipment like we have here. And again, everything is very safe, you're in a very stable position, and you're able to work all your major muscle groups.
Tell me a little bit about some of the machines, like the cardio machines. There's the one over there and the treadmills.
We have your standard treadmills and bicycles, which every gym is going to have. Also steppers, that pretty much every gym has those now. We have something called an elliptical trainer, which is just like this, an elliptical shaped motion. People are finding it less stressful in the joints as opposed to a Stairmaster. It seems to be more of a natural motion. But as far as cardio goes, it doesn't really matter what you're doing as long as you're elevating your heart rate. It can be in the form of a class, an aerobics class, or step class, or it's something as simple as just a basic walk. And that's where I like to start people with walking, because again, it's a good weight-bearing exercise. It's something that everybody can do. There isn't a learning curve that goes with it. And again, it's very functional. It has a lot of carryover to everyday life. So that's why I like walking. Is probably my top thing for cardio, especially with beginners, just because it's simple for them to do. And again, we get some good weight bearing at the joints and stuff.
Now, in general, when someone comes through the door, as far as cardio, how often do you tell them to exercise? I'm sure people have varying degrees of fitness, right?
Right. But if it was somebody who is just a beginner, 4 to 5 times a week for about 30 minutes. And again, it doesn't have to be in the form of coming into the gym. It can be as simple as going for a nice brisk walk outside with family, pets, or anything like that. It doesn't have to be in the gym. So, 4 to 5 times a week. And they don't have to always, now the recommendation is coming out that you don't actually have to do the whole 30 minutes all at the same time. It can be broken up into 10 or 15-minute sections. I'd still rather see somebody do the 30 minutes all in one stretch.
Sure.
What's the last food you ate that you thought was healthy? Like how?
I had a salad 3 weeks ago.
All right, we're well. This guy's going to be on camera. He's definitely going to make the show. Do you exercise at all?
Not enough, but I used to play badminton regularly in the UK, but I don't do it here because. Yeah.
and what do you do to relax?
Sit and watch television too much.
And do you exercise? Do you do any regular exercise?
Not regular. I sometimes go to the health club, and sometimes I jog.
Okay, that's good. That sounds good. And what do you do to relax?
listening to music.